Big endorsement today for Donald Trump. Dr. Ben Carson, a former rival, last hour coming out and throwing his support behind Donald Trump.
I said, embrace it instead of fighting it. Instead of fighting me like this, these people from Club for Growth. These are people that came to my office. They asked me for $1 million. I said, who are they? I don't even know who they are. They asked me for $1 million. And I said, well, let me think about it. Then I found out who they are, and I said, I'm not going to waste $1 million. Why would I give them $1 million? And as soon as I said that, they started doing negative ads. They went negative on me.
So Carson saying earlier today that he and Trump have a lot more in common than he thought. Whoa! After last night's calm debate performance, it appears Trump is making another pivot now in his campaign. California Congressman Duncan Hunter, supporter of Donald Trump. How are you, sir? And thank you for coming back here. Is he shifting toward a general campaign now? I mean, do you sense that? Do you feel that? And is that where he needs to be right now, sir?
I think that he knows that he's the front runner. It's that simple, and there's times to be bombastic and to kind of let it fly when there's insults going back and forth. But at some point, people are going to realize that he's going to be the Republican nominee. Ben Carson's realized that now, and it's time to get behind him. And I think that fills him with a certain confidence, and that's how he's acting now.
But Ted Cruz is going nowhere, as you know. And regardless of whether or not Cruz wins on Tuesday, he can stay in this campaign. And at that point, you have to do the math. And how do you see that playing out if we go into April and May and possibly in the summertime?
So Bill, I tell you, so I'm a representative and a Marine, right? So I'm not a delegate counter, not a journalist. I'm not you guys. So I don't do delegate math. What I know is what's good for America. That's why I endorse Trump. I think that's why Ben Carson endorsed Trump. I'm not worried about the math. I'm not worried about the convention. I'm worried about the American people, truly. So I don't know what happens as these things play out. I have not done the delegate math. I watch Fox News to get that information.
He is calling for the party to unite. How big of a lift is that right now?
I don't think it's a lift at all, and here's why. There's only one kind of fractious part of the party, and that's the intellectual elites and what I would call kind of the global corporatists, the big money guys. The Republican Party, meaning the Republican voters, they are united around Trump because they're voting for him. It's that simple. I mean, the party isn't fractured, in my opinion, because the party is the American people. So as long as the American people are voting for Trump, that's the Republican Party. The Republican Party is not some wealthy guys going after him. The Republican Party is not the intellectual elite of the country signing pledges that they're going to go after him. That is not the Republican Party. The Republican Party are the people who vote for me and the people who vote for Donald Trump. And those people are not fractured.
What do you think about... Carly Fiorina supports Ted Cruz now. We found out 2 days ago. And Ben Carson is now behind Donald Trump. And all these Republicans are going to be forced to make a decision. How difficult, how big is that challenge for Trump if he wants to pull them toward his side?
I don't think it's a challenge for him, truly, Bill. I mean, Trump is not like that. I don't think he's analyzing these things the way that most politicians would, or that any politician would.
But if he's calling for party unity, I mean, you understand the question here. You have to reach out and you have to build that bridge. Maybe the more appropriate question is, when does that happen, sir?
I think when he wins Florida, people don't want Hillary Clinton as president. They don't want another 4 years of Obama's policies and principles, frankly, and the lack of morality that this administration had. That's going to carry on to the next 4 years if Hillary Clinton gets elected. So I think people are going to see the writing on the wall. That's pretty stark. Donald Trump versus Hillary Clinton, and at that point, it's time to get on board and save the country.
One more point on that, and you can hear the drumbeat from Washington already. They're saying Trump can't beat Clinton. What do you say about that?
Baloney. Trump's going to whip her. If Trump is the Republican nominee, you're going to have millions and millions of people that have never voted, people that haven't voted in decades, and Democrats are going to vote for Trump. And that's just the way it is. And I think we all know that. People just aren't talking about it in those terms.
Duncan Hunter, representative from California, backing Donald Trump. Thank you, sir, for your time. Thanks for coming back here, and we'll bring you back soon.
Thank you.
You bet.